Yeah, I see.
Just a minute.
Good evening.
Hello, Satya. Am I audible and can you see my video?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. I hope you
I
have
also
my
turned on
resume.
my video.
Okay. Okay.
I also turned on my video, but don't know why it is not showing here. Okay, no problem.
I think I can
Can
see two
you?
member. I
Yeah,
think I
yeah.
can
One
see
of my
two
friend also
two.
joined.
Okay. 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 That's right. That's right.
No problem here.
Uh,
You can talk
yeah.
freely.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I hope you have received my resume.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, I have received.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, can you brief me about yourself?
Yes, Satya.
Like,
Hello, Satya. My name is Sufyan, and recently I have completed my academic and a project. So throughout my academic and project, I have practical. I have got practical knowledge, and I have implemented the knowledge. So one of my resume, I have led focused on the cloud cost optimization project, where I have reduced the cost and I have maintained the high performance. Firstly, using the firstly I have automated the notification using AWS SNS simple notification service, where whenever the CPU usage exceed 50% and above, it will send the notification, which will help me to manage my resources spikes and reduces the cost unnecessarily. And then I have used Lambda functions. So whenever the EBS volume is unattached and which is older than 30 days, I have designed Lambda function which will delete the EBS volume which is older than 30 days, which will save me the cost, and it will ensure that I have paid only for the storage which I have used. And then I have used autoscaler. So in an EC2 instances, with the help of a real-time data, the EC2 instances will scale up and scale down. So this will also help me to reduce the cost with the real time. Um, so I have used a CloudWatch to monitor the tools, and Lambda functions for automations, and SNS for the notifications. So throughout this project, I have maintained the high performance while reducing the cost. So in my next project, where I have set up the Jenkins CI/CD pipeline, where my goal is to automate entire software development process from code integration to code deployment, which will ensure the security and reliable deployment. Firstly, infrastructure provisioning. I have used Terraform to I so
yes, yes. You can continue.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So I thought I was on mute. Sorry.
No, no.
No, no. Firstly, I have used infrastructure provisioning. I have used Terraform to create and manage the EC2 instances, which will help me to scale up at any time, and which is very crucial to manage the loads, and it is very reliable when we use the Terraform through the AWS instances. And first and then I have automated the build and test process. I have cloned the Git repositories, and I have built the build and test using Maven, which will ensure the security of my code. And to further with this, I have done the security scan using Trivi, which will help me to catch the vulnerabilities uh, in early stage of the deployment. For code security and for code quality and security, I have used Sonar Cube analysis to conduct the quality gate, where I have with the help of a Docker file, I have created the Docker images, and I have further performed the security scan using Trivi, which will help me to maintain the high standards in my code. And then I have used containerization and deployment. I had the image which I had pushed to the Docker Hub. From the Docker Hub, I have deployed the application in Amazon EKS, it will ensure that my Kubernetes application will run smoothly. Finally, monitoring and the notification. For Jenkins, I have monitor with the using of Splunk. For the website monitoring, for the website monitoring, I have used Prometheus and the Grafana. And I have configured the Slack for the notification, which will ensure that my team will get the real-time notifications and real-time data to manage the resources. So these are the two projects where I have done in my periods.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, you told me like you are going to send the alert to the, so whenever the CPU increase more than 50%, right?
Yeah.
So how will you get the alert?
I have used CloudWatch. Through the CloudWatch, alert will get through the email. I will have sent the alert through the email to a developer.
Okay, let's say you are in like midnight 2 o'clock. How will
Okay.
the developers or anyone get to know? At the time, no one will be able to see the mails, right?
Yeah.
We don't know at what time uh, we'll get the outage or how much CPU increases, right?
Yes. I think for that
So
we can use auto scale. So whenever the CPU exceeds 50%, we can set it that if it is above 50%, you increase the EC2 instances. If it is below, you can maintain the EC2 instances. I think we can do like that.
okay, okay. I think Harish want to ask any question.
Yeah, yeah, Satyan. You told us like
Yes.
you are using Slack alerts to get this overutilization of EBS and CPU details. So how you are configuring this Slack integration with AWS?
No, I have used Slack notification through Jenkins. So if the pipeline is getting failed or success, I will get notification through the Jenkins. The
Okay.
Jenkins
You are
to
not.
Slack. I have done
You
like
are,
that.
okay. You are not using any Slack alerts for this EBS utilization. I mean, the older than 30 days, they will get deleted. So for that, you are not configured
For,
any notification.
No, for that I have no. I have not configured any notifications.
Do you have any idea about the notifications in the AWS services? I mean, are we having any service to get the notifications?
Yeah, SNS, simple notification service.
Yeah, do you have an idea how to configure that?
I have configured SNS.
Yeah,
But
whatever, whatever the use case, how you configure that SNS, how you utilize that resource.
okay. I have utilized the SNS. So I said in my project I have done that whenever the CPU utilization goes above 50%, I have sent the notification via email. So I have utilized that resource in such a way that it will send the notifications.
Okay, towards only email.
Yeah, towards only email. I have
Sending.
done towards only email.
Okay, fine. Did you work
Okay.
in Kubernetes?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Kubernetes? Do you have an idea
Yeah. I
about Kubernetes?
have done Kubernetes.
Yeah, can you brief me?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
will
what
brief
work you
you.
did?
Yeah, you are asking me the architecture of the Kubernetes, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, architecture and the use case. I mean, the scenario, how you worked on that Kubernetes in your work experience.
Yeah. I have used Kubernetes when compared to the Docker Swarm mainly because of the auto scaling and the auto healing process. Because Kubernetes mainly focus is we use Kubernetes in medium and large scale companies. I didn't use Docker Swarm because of it is not that much available. We just use it for a small websites and all. So that's why I have used Kubernetes. So coming to the Kubernetes architecture, there are mainly two things: control plane and the data plane. And the control plane has API, scheduler, and etcd, control manager, cloud control manager. And API is used to get the user data. A scheduler will help me to schedule the task, and etcd stores the data. Control managers, it will control the node, and the cloud control manager, it stores the it will mainly control the IP tables and networking. And coming to the data plane, it has kubectl, kubeproxy, and container runtime. kubectl manages the pod. Kubeproxy will help to manage the networking and the IP tables. A runtime, container runtime, will help me to manage the runtime of my Docker. So I have used Kubernetes because I have used Kubernetes service, which is cluster IP. I have exposed my website through public, because I have used with service cluster IP. In my another project also, I have used Node IP, and for exposing, I have used a load balancer. In another project, I have used Node IP and cluster IP also to expose inside the VPC, and to expose the website to me also. So in this specific project, I have used EKS, because Amazon EKS services, especially because EKS always maintains high availability and high scalability when compared to the Cube. Because whenever we have one server, for any time the server will goes down, maybe because of the error like etcd error and certificate expiration, and server goes down. So why I have used EKS, because in EKS mainly it take care of the high availability and high scalability. So it don't let me down the server, and and there
Yeah,
won't be any
I
issues.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, in Kubernetes, do you have any idea about rolling update?
Yeah,
Why it is?
we can do rolling updates, and we can roll back with the help of Helm charts.
I mean, what is the advantage of rolling update in Kubernetes?
You mean rolling back to the older version?
Rolling update is one feature we can utilize in Kubernetes. You mentioned like we can use this if the application goes down, if the pod is getting down, or if we are creating new pod. So did you utilize, or you have any aware of rolling update?
No, I don't have any rolling update.
Okay. Yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, no. So you worked on the Jenkins side.
Yeah, I have worked on the Jenkins.
So what are the plugins you used in a Jenkins?
In Jenkins, I have used pipeline, GitHub, and credential, Kubernetes, Docker, Slack. These are the main plugins I have used in Jenkins.
Okay. So can you brief me about how the CI/CD pipeline will look like? Like you can tell me the steps.
Okay. First thing is, with the help of Terraform, I have created the EC2 instance, and next I have cloned the Git repositories. Next thing, I have cloned the Git repositories, and then the Git next step is build, which is using Maven, and next is Atrevi. The build will go under the tree, which helps to catch the vulnerabilities in the code, and then I have created the Sonar Cube analysis. The code goes under the Sonar Cube analysis. If there are any bugs, it will track. Sonar Cube analysis will track. And then I have built the Docker images for the next Docker images also I have performed a Trivy scan, which will help me to maintain the high standards. And for the and further, I have deployed using the EKS and my pipeline events will monitor by the Slack, and Jenkins will be monitored with the using of Splunk, and my website is monitored using the Prometheus and the Grafana. So this is the pipeline entire pipeline CI/CD structure in my Jenkins.
Yeah, okay. So, what is the command to build the package in Maven?
Sorry, if I'm wrong, you are asking what is the package to build the in Maven?
Mn command. What is that command? You told me, right? Like first you will clone the repository, then you will build that.
MVN. I generally use MVN build dscape test.
Okay. So what is that? What it will do?
This command will skip the test and build.
Okay, can you write that command in the chat?
Sorry, the chat option. I will share my full screen so you can see my.
Okay. If you have any pipeline, also you can share that pipeline. You can show me that pipeline.
So this is the command I use to build the test.
No, what it will do? The MVN is MVN dskip test. What it will do?
Yeah, MVN dskip test means MVN means Maven. Dskip means it will skip the test and perform the build process.
Okay, can you tell me what are the Maven life cycles? Maven life cycle.
Maven lifecycle is to build, test. Sorry, at present I am unable to recall this Maven lifecycle.
What this command will do? What I shared in chat.
MVN clean package. It will clean the any previous build, and it will clean the previous build.
Okay, what it will do the package?
Package all build files, whatever they're there, it will clear the previous build, so it will reduce the storage, so we can create new builds.
Okay, no problem. So you told me like you have created the EC2 instances, everything through the Terraform.
Yeah.
Where are you storing your remote state file?
You asking about a remote state file, right? Yeah, state file contains the all metadata of whatever I am doing, like plan, execute, and all data. So we can store this state file either in the local, or we can store this state file in remote, like AWS S3 bucket, because state file is a major thing which will help us to know what we have done in the previous or what we are doing.
So where are you storing that one?
So,
So where are you storing that remote state file in your project?
so AWS S3 bucket, we can store a remote state
Okay.
file.
What are the types of provisioners in Terraform?
You asking different types of the cloud provisioning.
No, provisioners. Provisioners in Terraform. Okay, in which region you have hosted your application?
Sorry, Satya, which?
In which region? In which AWS region you have hosted your application?
US East South, Mumbai.
What is that? US?
US East.
US
If
East, US
sorry,
East type 1.
yeah,
North
yeah,
Virginia?
sir, sorry.
North Virginia, you have hosted your application North Virginia?
Yeah, I have in North Virginia. No, it is AP South, AP South
Okay, AP
in
South Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Mumbai. Okay.
Mumbai.
So you told me like you are going to build your code, test the code, you do the tree scan for the
Yeah,
vulnerabilities,
yeah.
and for the code coverage you are using SonarQube. So what you will do in the SonarQube? What steps it will go through the SonarQube?
So how did I integrated SonarQube to the Jenkins?
Yeah, how did you integrate it, and what in the Jenkins step you have you should mention some comments, right, to do the code
Yeah,
coverage and all those things.
majorly to integrate it with the Jenkins, I have installed the plugin SonarQube, and I have opened the security group, which is uh, 9,000 for the SonarQube, and then I have integrated with it with the help of a webhook, and I have given my Jenkins URL to the SonarQube analysis in the SonarQube, so it get the integrated with it.
Okay, how much code coverage you are doing for your code?
Sorry, how much?
Code coverage.
How much code coverage in SonarQube?
SonarQube, like 60% or 70%, 80%, like that.
Uh, it got 80% coverage in SonarQube.
Okay. So you are using EKS, right?
Yeah, I'm using EKS.
And where are you storing your Docker images?
I'm storing Docker images in the Docker Hub.
Why are you storing your image in Docker Hub? There is other service in the AWS like ECR.
Yeah, there is service in the Ether, but in this project I have stored images in the Docker Hub.
Harish, any questions on your side?
Yeah. Uh, do you have an idea how to use ECR? If you are not working, but do you have an idea?
No, I don't have any idea about ECR. I
Okay.
generally used to store my all Docker images in the Docker Hub, and then I take back.
Because why it is, because we are already, you are telling like you are already using EKS, so we have all the resources in AWS itself. So why we need to go for another service to utilize those things? We can store directly all the images in container registry, right?
Yeah, actually, this is the first time I am listening about the ECR. I was not aware of the ECR, so
Okay.
for
So
sure I will
what are the other
implement this in
services
future.
you are using in AWS?
So in AWS, I have used EC2, AWS S3 bucket, and SNS, Lambda function, CloudWatch. So these are the major resources I have used under the AWS.
Okay. Do you have an idea about CloudTrail?
Sorry, Harish, I don't have any about CloudTroll.
AWS offering for the IaaC tool like Terraform. Do you have an idea like the which resource we are using for that?
Sorry, can you come again? IIS is using Terraform.
I mean, you told like you are having an experience for the Terraform infrastructure as a code,
Yeah,
right?
infrastructure. Yeah.
Yeah, AWS itself offering the same feature with one service. Do you have an idea about that service?
I don't have idea about the service. We use
Can you tell me the service name?
no.
Service name.
I said I don't have idea about the service which is providing the AWS. I
Okay.
generally used Terraform because Terraform, with the help of Terraform, we can move to we can change the cloud platforms from Azure, AWS, and GCP. If we stick to the AWS in further, we can't move to the another cloud platforms. So that's why I have used Terraform than using the AWS service, and I am not aware of the AWS service will as the Terraform.
Okay. Yeah, in your project, which type of DB databases you are using? Like you mentioned two projects, right?
Yeah.
So backend, which databases you are using? Like it is Postgres or what type of DB? SQL or no SQL?
I have not used database to store this, but generally I am aware of database.
Okay, which type of database do you have anyway?
MySQL.
MySQL. So can you tell me the port number of MySQL? Default port number.
Default port number. I'm unable to recall at present the default port number of the MySQL.
Okay, fine. Okay, not sure. Do you have an idea like for the DBs which service we can use in AWS?
So, sorry for
Service name for the databases.
service name for the databases.
Yeah, in AWS.
Sorry, Harish, I'm not aware.
Did you anytime where like RDS anytime?
Relational database.
RDS.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the service.
Yes, relational database.
For SQL, we have to use MongoDB.
Yeah.
DynamoDB in AWS we can
DynamoDB.
call. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
What
any
is the
other
command?
CI/CD tool like other than Jenkins you might have it. Like there are a lot of trendy tools running in market like GitHub Actions. So do you have any idea about that?
Other than Jenkins, I have not. Yeah, I have idea about it, but I have not worked on it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, cool.
So what is the command to build a Docker image?
Should I need to type in the?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay. Generally, we use Docker build and -t to tag the any image. And name of the image.
Anything missing in the command?
Hello.
Anything missing in the command? I mean, I'm seeing your screen. So Docker build -t name. So that's it.
And yeah, I'm thinking of it. Docker build.
I think something need to be added.
Yeah, I think it's port number if I'm not.
No, you have to use dot. So you are referring to
Yeah,
the current working
yeah,
directory, right?
I am referring to the current repository. I am referring to the current place where it should be get built.
Right. So that is mandatory. If you are setting up any pipeline, also you have to. Without that, it won't detect the Docker file where it you are mentioning.
Yeah.
So
We
present
have to
working
use the
directory
dot.
should be, yeah.
Yeah, you have configured the auto scaling. Have you configured
Yes,
auto scaling?
yes, I have configured auto scaling in AWS.
So what is the policies? What are the policies you applied? How the auto scaling should work?
The process to create the auto scaling, if I'm not
Okay,
wrong.
yes.
The first hour I have created the launch template from where I have configured it. So
No, I'm
what
not
are the
asking. I'm not asking you about the template and all this. What is the policy you have given to the load to the auto scaling group so that if that situation meets, what should be happening? What is the policy you have given? I'm asking.
if I'm not, you are asking the IAM roles which I have given to the EC2 instances.
Okay, have you worked on IAM?
Yeah, IAM role. I have worked on IAM role.
What is the
Uh,
difference
uh,
between IAM user and IAM roles?
IAM is a user account. Then in a user account, we generally have a limited permission. We don't have a permission for everything. And I IAM user and IAM role, right?
Yeah.
IAM role. In IAM role, there are the multiple permissions adding in it, and it makes IAM role.
No, can't we add the multiple permission in IAM users?
Yeah, we can add multiple permissions, but if we have to get access from the root account.
Okay.
So you told us like you are already working on EC2. So which service we can use for the taking the auto snapshot for those EC2 instances volumes?
Which service we can use for taking snapshots in EC2 instance?
Yeah, without manual intervention. Like we manually can take the snapshots right for the EC2 values. So we have a service, specified service in EC2 itself.
Generally, I have done through the manual process, not aware of the automation of taking snapshot. Harish.
Okay. Yeah. Are you aware of Linux?
Linux. Yes, I am aware
Linux
of the
command.
Linux operating system.
Yeah. So yeah. Can you please let us know the basic command like listing the documents with the size details?
Listing
List.
ls minus
Just
ls hyphen ltr. With this command, we can list the size details of files.
yeah. Good.
What does we told like ls hyphen LTR, right?
Yeah.
What does LTR will do?
You asking the abbreviation of a LTR?
No. You will give some options like ls
Okay.
hyphen LTR, ls hyphen
Okay.
A, something like that.
Okay.
Like you told me like ls hyphen ltr will give the
Okay.
something with the data what it will do. So if you are learning some command, what it will
Satya
do?
asking, yeah, Satya asking for the ls rest of the arguments you attached, right? For ls hyphen relevant,
Yeah.
you added some arguments.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so
What are the
what is the purpose of that
other
object?
arguments you are asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do ls minus ls hyphen a for listing all, uh, or we can only list the directories, or we can only list the files.
How to list the files which are in hidden folders?
How to list the files which are in hidden folders? Uh, I'm not aware of the command, but it will use before the file name. We use dot to know the hidden file.
Okay. Have you heard of any system D services like that? Have you worked on any system D services?
Sorry, system B services.
Yeah.
No, I'm not heard of system B services.
So can you tell me how you have configured the Prometheus in your system? So have you configured your Prometheus in a EC2 instance and
Yeah, I have configured Prometheus. Majorly the port number of the Prometheus is 9000. So with the help of a Jenkins, I have and
hold
downloading
on, hold on.
the
What is the port number for SonarQube?
uh, S- SonarQube is 9000 and Prometheus is 9090.
For Grafana,
Sorry,
Grafana,
Grafana is 3000.
Right. Yeah, tell me how you have configured the Prometheus in your EC2 instance.
I have Prometheus in my Jenkins. I have downloaded the Prometheus plugin, and I have opened the necessary port, and I have given the
Okay,
API.
leave it aside. What does the
Okay.
Prometheus will do? What is the like architecture? Can you brief me about that one? Like what are the
So
components in Prometheus? How it will work?
Prometheus generally takes the data from it, but it is not as visual. That's why I use Grafana. So Prometheus, the data which is visible in the JSON format, which is not as visualing as it is. So we use Grafana for the visualization. Uh,
No, what does the Prometheus will do?
Prometheus
So
will
you
yeah,
told me like
Prometheus, yeah.
you told me like there is no proper visualization, so you used Grafana. So what is
Yeah.
the data which is collecting by the Prometheus?
JSON format it is collecting the data.
Which JSON format? Like JSON format of your name or what? Like of the program of or your system information or what is it which is
Uh,
collecting? Prometheus?
it is collecting the data from Jenkins.
So what are the type of exporters you used in Prometheus?
What are the type of ports?
Exporters.
Exporters. What are the type of exporters? Sorry, Satya, I was unable to recall this question answer.
Have you heard of Node Exporter?
Yeah, Node Exporter. Yes, I have heard of
What
Node Exporter in Kubernetes.
what it will do?
So, Node Exporter, yeah, Node Exporter exports the data inside the VPC.
Inside the VPC.
Okay, sorry,
Don't
sorry.
panic, bro. This is not a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
interview. This is just mock interview. You can tell.
So
You can tell.
generally there are
Take
three. Yeah, generally there are three types of ports, which is load balancer, node port, and a cluster port. Node port will expose the data
no,
inside the cluster, and uh,
no. I'm asking what does the Node Exporter will do?
node exporter will export the data from my Jenkins to the Prometheus.
Okay, okay. So you have configured the Node Exporter plugin in Jenkins.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you told me like you are using the S3 buckets.
Yeah, to storing the data
What,
using the S3 bucket.
which type of data you are storing in S3 buckets?
Data
So your application may require some storage. So you are using S3
storage. Yeah.
storage. So
Yes,
what
yes.
is the application is doing there? Which type of data is storing inside that?
I have configured the state file in the uh, AWS S3 bucket.
That is for the state file.
That
That
is
is for
for
the
state
Terraform.
file. Yeah, that's what.
So
Yes,
you
yes.
used S3 only for the storing the Terraform state file.
No, no. You can't use file.
So have you created any VPC?
Yeah, I have created a VPC.
Have you created subnets?
Yeah, I have created the subnets, public and the private.
Okay. I will give one IP. How many IPs will you get from it?
So for this, generally I use a CI/CDR calculator to know the how many IPs do I get from 16.
Yeah, okay, okay. You can use the internet and
Okay,
share.
okay. So I get around the IP. Okay, sorry, 32. No, it's not 32. It's 16. Yeah, I get a 65,536 IP address.
Okay. So I want you to divide that 65,000 to two pieces. One for the private and
Yeah.
one for the public.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, can you do it?
I think we can divide it by 8.
You can use the internet. You can use a CAD calculator.
I will divide it by 8, so I get my piece will be divided.
Okay, can you click on 8 there?
Shit, no,
How
no.
many IPs you got?
I got the more range than 16. It got more range than 16.
Yeah, can you put it 16?
Yeah, I will put it 16.
So if you see here, can you put that one?
Yeah, 16.
Okay, can you scroll down, scroll up to the by 16 tab there?
Yeah, 16, yeah.
So if you are giving the high lower range, like if you are dividing by 8, you are getting more IPs.
Yeah, I'm getting the
Then
16.
what you need to do for the lesser IPs?
So I will increase the number. I will
Okay,
go with, I think I will go with 17. Oh, 32.
okay, can you put that one? Okay, can you go show me that one by 17? Can you put that one?
Yeah.
So if you see in the on the screen,
Yeah.
by 17 it is giving 32,000 some
That
IPs.
is, yeah.
So if you are dividing by 18, you are getting some IPs. And
Yes,
dividing it by 20, you are getting 4,096 IPs.
yes.
So like that, you have to divide that one. Okay.
Okay, Satya.
Harish, any questions from your side?
Yeah, that's all for mine.
Okay, Sheikh. I'll call you personally
Uh,
and I'll give you the feedback.
I would like to know the feedback. Can I call my brother? He is right beside me.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, one thing. Hey, hello.
Yeah, Harish.
Hold on. Yeah, actually, this is just for the review. So you have to go through the all the AWS services first. So you already
Okay,
chosen one cloud. So you need
okay,
to aware of all the services, at least what the service and what the service full form and why it is. We can use how and the basic idea of each service utilization.
each and every
That is
services.
one thing. Yeah, for every service, especially if we are into the cloud, we have to we have an idea about those services and how we can utilize those services. So that is one thing. And one more thing, if you are trying to say something to the question, so no need to always replicate with your work. Just understand the question and give a straight answer rather than
Okay,
fixing with your work. So
okay.
it is not a straightforward answer we are expecting from your end. So that is another point you can note it out. So yeah, that's all my feedback. And personally, okay, you have gone through the work. What you did is good. So you can expand more, like to the DB side, I mean RDS side, and rest of the services also. And especially one thing, you should aware of IAM. Other than any service, you should definitely have an idea about the IAM. We asked a very simple question like, what is the difference between IAM role and IAM user? Okay, so those
Okay.
kind of things are very basic. So just go to the basics. So that's all very much important in interviews. They won't, I mean, they never lag you into the deep discussion. Just they check, do you have an idea about that or not? So that is a very simple validation they will do. Okay. So
Okay, Harish. I
try to
will
just
take
recall
this
all
as a
these things
feedback.
and at least try to explore those things. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay,
yeah,
Harish.
you
I
guys
will.
carry on.